Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something powerful. How to earn the genuine respect and admiration of any woman, not through flashy words or grand gestures, but through quiet, deliberate actions. You see, the truth is, respect and value are not demanded, they are inspired. And the most impactful way to inspire them is through mastering the silent actions that speak louder than any words ever could. Let me share with you 10 silent actions that will not only help you stand out, but will make any woman value you deeply. Confidence is one of the most magnetic qualities a person can have. It is the quiet assurance that comes from knowing your worth, understanding your strengths, and embracing your flaws. It's not about being perfect or pretending to be something you're not. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and letting that comfort radiate outward. But true confidence is often misunderstood. Too many people confuse arrogance with confidence, and while the two may look similar on the surface, they couldn't be more different. Confidence draws people in. Arrogance pushes them away. When you walk in confidence, it shows in how you carry yourself. Your posture is upright, your steps are deliberate, and your energy exudes calmness. You don't need to dominate the room or be the loudest person there because your presence speaks for itself. Confidence is quiet. It doesn't demand attention, it naturally commands it. People are drawn to confident individuals because they feel secure around them. There's an unspoken power in someone who knows who they are and doesn't feel the need to prove it to anyone. On the other hand, arrogance is a facade. It's loud, boastful, and often overcompensates for insecurity. An arrogant person seeks validation from others because deep down they lack self-assurance. They talk more than they listen, dominate conversations, and often belittle others to elevate themselves. This behavior may attract superficial attention, but it rarely earns genuine respect. Arrogance may create a momentary impression, but confidence leaves a lasting one. Walking in confidence is not about perfection. It's about authenticity. Confidence allows you to embrace your imperfections without shame. It's about knowing that your worth isn't tied to how you compare to others, but in the unique qualities you bring to the table. When you are confident, you don't feel the need to compete because you understand that everyone has their own path, strengths, and journey. This self-assuredness is what makes others admire you. They see someone who is steady, someone who doesn't crumble under pressure, and someone who isn't afraid to stand alone when necessary. One of the most remarkable aspects of confidence is its ability to create a sense of ease. When you're confident, people around you feel at ease because they sense your stability. Women in particular value a man who exudes this kind of confidence because it creates a feeling of safety. Not just physical safety, but emotional and psychological safety as well. A confident person doesn't make others feel judged or inferior. Instead, they uplift those around them. They create an environment where people feel valued and respected. Confidence also shows in how you handle challenges and setbacks. Life will throw curveballs, and how you respond says a lot about who you are. A confident person doesn't crumble under pressure or lash out when things don't go their way. They face difficulties with grace, learn from mistakes, and keep moving forward. This resilience is incredibly attractive because it shows strength of character. It tells others that you're not easily shaken, that you can weather storms without losing your sense of self. To walk in confidence, you must cultivate it from within. Confidence doesn't come from external achievements or possessions. It comes from self-awareness and self-acceptance. It's about doing the inner work, understanding your values, setting boundaries, and taking care of your mind and body. Confidence grows when you keep promises to yourself, whether that's showing up for your goals, maintaining your integrity, or pursuing personal growth. Over time, this inner work creates a solid foundation that no external circumstance can shake. Ultimately, walking in confidence is about being true to yourself. It's about understanding your worth, treating others with respect, and showing up authentically in every situation. It's not about being better than anyone else. It's about being the best version of yourself. When you embody this quiet strength, people can't help but notice. Women especially value a man who doesn't need to seek approval because he already knows his value. Confidence isn't just a quality, it's a way of being, and mastering it will transform not only how others see you, but how you see yourself. Kindness and integrity are two of the most powerful qualities a person can embody. They are not loud or attention-seeking, but their impact is profound and long-lasting. Together, they form the cornerstone of strong character and trustworthy relationships. When you lead with kindness and integrity, you communicate something deeper than words ever could, that you value others, that you are dependable, and that you hold yourself to a standard of authenticity and respect. These qualities are not just admirable, they are magnetic. Kindness is a universal language. It requires no translation, and it transcends cultural and social barriers. At its core, kindness is about empathy and consideration. It's the small, thoughtful gestures that show someone you care. It could be as simple as a warm smile, a genuine compliment, or taking the time to listen without interrupting. These acts of kindness may seem insignificant, but their ripple effect is extraordinary. When you show kindness, you not only brighten someone else's day, but also create an environment of trust and goodwill. People gravitate toward those who make them feel valued and understood. However, kindness should never be mistaken for weakness. On the contrary, it takes incredible strength to be kind, especially in a world that often rewards aggression and self-interest. Kindness requires patience, humility, and a willingness to put others before yourself, even when it's inconvenient. It's easy to be kind when everything is going well, but the true test of kindness is how you treat others during difficult moments. Do you remain patient when someone frustrates you? Do you choose compassion over anger when you're hurt? These are the moments that reveal the depth of your character. While kindness is about how you treat others, integrity is about how you treat yourself and the principles you live by. Integrity means being honest, consistent, and true to your word. It's doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. A person with integrity doesn't cut corners or make excuses. They take responsibility for their actions and own up to their mistakes. This level of accountability inspires trust, and trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. When kindness and integrity come together, they create a powerful combination. Kindness without integrity can come across as insincere or manipulative, while integrity without kindness can feel cold or rigid. But when you lead with both, you show others that you care deeply and that you are reliable and genuine. This balance is especially important in relationships. Women in particular value men who demonstrate both kindness and integrity because it signals emotional intelligence and maturity. Leading with kindness and integrity also sets a standard for how you expect to be treated. When you consistently show up as someone who is kind and honest, you attract people who share those same values. At the same time, you naturally distance yourself from those who take advantage of kindness or lack respect for integrity. In this way, these qualities not only strengthen your relationships, but also improve the quality of your life overall. Another key aspect of leading with kindness and integrity is consistency. It's not enough to occasionally act kindly or to live with integrity only when it's convenient. True leadership requires that you embody these qualities in every interaction, big or small. Whether you're speaking to a stranger, a friend, or a partner, your words and actions should reflect the same values. This consistency builds credibility. People learn they can count on you, not just in good times, but also in challenging ones. In relationships, leading with kindness and integrity creates a sense of safety and respect. A kind person makes their partner feel valued, while a person of integrity ensures their partner feels secure. Together, these qualities form the foundation for trust, which is essential for any lasting connection. When a woman sees that you treat her and others with kindness and that you live with integrity, she knows she can rely on you. She knows your intentions are genuine and your character is strong. Ultimately, leading with kindness and integrity is about living in alignment with your values. It's about recognizing the humanity in others and choosing to act in a way that uplifts and inspires. These qualities are not just about how you treat others, they're also about how you see yourself. When you live with kindness and integrity, you carry yourself with a quiet confidence and a sense of purpose. You know that your actions are making a positive difference, no matter how small. So choose kindness even when it's difficult. Uphold integrity even when it's tempting to take shortcuts. These qualities may not always be the easiest path, but they are always the most rewarding. Over time, they will earn you the respect and admiration of those around you. And most importantly, they will help you build relationships that are not only meaningful, but also lasting. The art of presence is one of the most valuable yet underappreciated skills you can develop. In today's world where distractions abound and attention is fleeting, being fully present is a rare and powerful gift you can offer to others. Presence is not just about being physically there. It's about showing up emotionally, mentally, and spiritually in every interaction. It's about making the person in front of you feel like they are the most important person in the world at that moment. When you master the art of presence, you create connections that are meaningful, deep, and lasting. Being present begins with removing distractions. Too often, we allow our attention to be divided between the person in front of us and the endless stream of notifications, tasks, or thoughts running through our minds. But true presence requires focus. It requires you to put away your phone, turn off the noise in your head, and give your full attention to the conversation or moment at hand. This simple act of focus communicates something powerful, that you value the other person and that they are worth your undivided time and energy. Listening is one of the most important components of being present. But listening isn't just hearing the words someone says. It's paying attention to their tone, their body language, and the emotions behind their words. It's asking thoughtful questions and truly seeking to understand their perspective. When you listen in this way, you show the other person that they matter. You validate their feelings and experiences, which in turn builds trust and fosters a deeper connection. Presence also means resisting the urge to judge or interrupt. Too often we listen with the intent to reply rather than the intent to understand. We form our responses while the other person is still speaking or rush to offer advice before they've even finished sharing. But mastering the art of presence means silencing that inner dialogue and simply being there to absorb and appreciate what the other person is saying. Sometimes people don't need solutions, they just need to feel heard. Another aspect of presence is emotional availability. It's not just about being there physically, but also allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable. This means acknowledging your own emotions and being receptive to the emotions of others. It's about creating a safe space where people feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or rejection. When you are emotionally present, you deepen the connection between yourself and others, making them feel valued and understood on a profound level. Being present also extends beyond conversations and interactions. It's about immersing yourself fully in every moment of your life. Whether you're enjoying a meal, taking a walk, or working on a project, practicing mindfulness allows you to savor and appreciate the present moment rather than being consumed by regrets about the past or worries about the future. This sense of mindfulness not only enriches your own life, but also influences how others perceive and interact with you. When you're fully engaged in the present, you radiate a calm and grounded energy that draws people in. Mastering presence also requires self-awarenessness. It's about recognizing when your mind starts to wander and gently bringing your focus back to the moment. It's about being conscious of your body language, eye contact, and tone of voice, ensuring they align with the attention and care you want to convey. People can sense when you're only half listening or when your mind is elsewhere. But when you make a conscious effort to show up fully, they will notice and they will appreciate it. In relationships, presence is invaluable. Women in particular value a partner who can be fully present because it demonstrates respect, care, and emotional intelligence. When you show up fully in your interactions, you create an environment of trust and intimacy. It's not about grand gestures or eloquent words. It's about being there, not just physically, but with your whole heart and mind. It's about looking someone in the eyes, listening intently, and making them feel like in that moment, nothing else matters. And the bottom line here is, as much as it hurts to say it, it is about time. Presence also builds your own sense of fulfillment and purpose. When you're truly present, you experience life more vividly. You notice the little details that often go unnoticed, the smile of a loved one, the beauty of nature, or the satisfaction of completing a task with care. Life becomes richer when you're not rushing through it, but living in it. Fortunately, mastering the art of presence is about connection. Connection to others, connection to the moment, and connection to yourself. It's a practice that requires intentionality and effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. By being fully present, you show others that they are valued and appreciated. You create deeper, more meaningful relationships. And you live a life that is not only more fulfilling, but also more impactful. Presence is a gift that costs nothing but means everything. And when you give it freely, it has the power to transform your relationships and your life. Respect is the cornerstone of all meaningful relationships. It is the foundation upon which trust, love, and admiration are built. Without respect, even the strongest connection will eventually crumble. Respect is not something you demand. It's something you earn through your actions, words, and the way you treat others. When you consistently lead with respect, you create an environment where people feel valued, understood, and safe to be their authentic selves. This is the key to fostering relationships that are both meaningful and lasting. Respect begins with how you treat others. It's reflected in your tone of voice, your body language, and your ability to listen. Simple actions, such as giving someone your full attention during a conversation or acknowledging their opinions without judgment, go a long way in showing respect. It's about treating people with kindness and dignity, regardless of their background, status, or what they can do for you. True respect isn't selective or conditional. It's a consistent practice that reflects your character. One of the most important aspects of respect is recognizing the individuality of others. Each person is unique with their own experiences, perspectives, and feelings. Respect means valuing these differences and appreciating people for who they are, not who you want them to be. In relationships, this is especially important. It's easy to get caught up in expectations or try to mold someone into your ideal image. But true respect means accepting someone as they are and giving them the space to grow and thrive in their own way. Listening is one of the most powerful ways to demonstrate respect. Far too often, people listen to respond rather than to understand. Genuine respect involves taking the time to hear what someone is saying, not just with your ears, but with your heart. It's about being fully present, asking thoughtful questions, and showing that you value their thoughts and feelings. When someone feels truly heard, they feel respected. And when respect is mutual, it creates a strong bond that can withstand challenges. Respect is also about boundaries, both recognizing and honoring them. Everyone has limits, preferences, and areas of vulnerability. By respecting these boundaries, you show that you care about someone's well-being and autonomy. For example, respecting someone's time means being punctual and not overstepping their schedule. Respecting someone's emotions means acknowledging their feelings, even if you don't fully understand or agree with them. Boundaries are a form of self-respect, and honoring them in others strengthens trust and mutual appreciation. In romantic relationships, respect is particularly vital. A relationship built on respect is one where both partners feel valued and supported. It's about more than just being polite. It's about consistently treating your partner with kindness, empathy, and consideration. This includes valuing their opinions, supporting their goals, and celebrating their successes. Respect in a relationship means never belittling, dismissing, or taking the other person for granted. When respect is the foundation, love has the space to flourish, and conflicts can be resolved with understanding rather than resentment. Respect is also closely tied to integrity. It's about doing the right thing even when it's inconvenient or when no one is watching. When you treat others with respect, you build a reputation as someone who is trustworthy and dependable. People naturally gravitate toward those who uphold high standards of respect because they feel safe and valued in their presence. Women in particular value men who embody respect because it signals emotional maturity, strength of character, and a deep sense of care. Self-respect is just as important as respecting others. You cannot truly respect someone else if you do not first respect yourself. This means knowing your own worth, setting boundaries, and not tolerating behavior that undermines your values or well-being. Self-respect is not about arrogance or selfishness. It's about recognizing your value and living in a way that reflects it. When you respect yourself, others are more likely to respect you as well because they see that you hold yourself to high standards. Respect also plays a crucial role in conflict resolution. Disagreements are inevitable in any relationship, but the way you handle them can either strengthen or damage the connection. Respect means listening to the other person's perspective, even when you're upset. It means avoiding insults, blame, or dismissive behavior, and focusing instead on finding common ground. When conflicts are approached with respect, they become opportunities for growth and deeper understanding rather than sources of division. Ultimately, respect is the glue that holds relationships together. It's not something you give or receive once. It's a continuous practice that requires effort and intentionality. When you lead with respect, you create an atmosphere of trust, kindness, and mutual appreciation. You show others that they matter and that their thoughts, feelings, and experiences are valued. And when respect becomes the foundation of your relationships, you build connections that are not only strong, but also deeply fulfilling. Respect isn't just an action, it's a way of life. And when you embody it, you inspire others to do the same. Strength isn't always about physical power or grand displays of dominance. True strength lies in stability, the ability to remain grounded, consistent, and reliable, no matter what life throws your way. Stability is the quiet force that allows others to trust you, lean on you, and feel secure in your presence. It's not about being unshakable in the sense of never feeling emotion or fear, but about having the resilience and self-control to stay steady when things get tough. When you show strength through stability, you build respect and admiration, especially in relationships where reliability and dependability are paramount. Stability begins with emotional balance. Life is full of ups and downs, and while it's natural to feel emotions like anger, frustration, or sadness, stability means not letting those emotions control you. It's about responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. A stable person knows how to manage their emotions in a way that doesn't create chaos or harm relationships. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It means taking the time to process your emotions and respond in a way that reflects maturity and self-awareness. Being stable also means being consistent in your actions and words. People feel safe around those they can predict and rely on. If you say you're going to do something, follow through. If you make a promise, keep it. Consistency builds trust because it shows that you are dependable and that your words hold weight. Inconsistency, on the other hand, creates doubt and insecurity. No one wants to feel like they're walking on eggshells, unsure of how you'll react or whether you'll show up when needed. Stability is also about having a strong sense of self. When you know who you are and what you stand for, you're less likely to be swayed by external pressures or the opinions of others. This groundedness allows you to make decisions with clarity and confidence. It also helps you maintain healthy boundaries, ensuring that you don't overextend yourself or compromise your values to please others. So, people respect and admire those who are firm in their convictions because it shows strength of character. In relationships, stability is especially important. A stable partner provides a sense of security that fosters trust and intimacy. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect or have everything figured out, but it does mean being reliable, honest, and consistent. Stability means showing up for your partner, both in good times and bad, and being a source of strength when they need support. It's about being someone they can count on, not someone who adds to their stress or uncertainty. Financial and practical stability also play a role. While money isn't everything, having control over your finances and being responsible with your resources signals maturity and foresight. Practical stability means taking care of your responsibilities, planning for the future, and maintaining a sense of order in your life. This kind of stability is attractive because it shows that you're capable of handling the challenges of life and that you're prepared to build a solid foundation for yourself and your loved ones. Stability also shines in how you handle adversity. Life will inevitably bring challenges, but how you respond to those challenges reveals your true strength. A stable person remains calm under pressure, approaches problems with a clear mind, and finds solutions without falling apart. This resilience inspires confidence in others. It shows them that you can weather storms without losing your sense of direction or composure. At the heart of stability is self-discipline. It's about making choices that align with your values and long-term goals, even when it's difficult. It's about resisting the temptation to act impulsively or seek instant gratification, instead prioritizing what truly matters. Self-discipline helps you build habits and routines that create structure and reliability in your life, which in turn enhances your stability. Stability doesn't mean being rigid or unchanging. It's important to remain adaptable and open to growth. A stable person knows how to adjust to new circumstances without losing their core values or sense of self. This flexibility combined with consistency makes you a pillar of strength in any situation. When you show strength through stability, you create an environment where others feel safe and supported. This is especially true in relationships. where emotional and practical stability are essential for building trust and deep connection. Women in particular value stability because it signals that you are dependable, mature, and capable of handling life's challenges without falling apart. Ultimately, stability is about being a steady presence in a world that can often feel chaotic and unpredictable. It's about showing up consistently, staying true to your values, and being a source of calm and strength for those around you. When you embody stability, you don't just create security for others. You also build a life that is grounded, purposeful, and deeply fulfilling. This is the kind of strength that leaves a lasting impression and creates meaningful relationships that stand the test of time. Actions speak louder than words. This timeless principle serves as a guiding truth in how we build trust, respect, and authenticity in our relationships and in life. While words can be powerful, they are meaningless if not supported by consistent actions. People are not drawn to promises, they are drawn to proof. When your actions align with your values and words, you establish credibility and integrity. By letting your actions speak the truth, you become a person others admire, trust, and want to follow. Living a life where actions reflect truth starts with integrity. Integrity is doing what is right even when no one is watching. It's about aligning your behavior with your principles and ensuring that every step you take reflects who you genuinely are. Anyone can talk about honesty, kindness, or loyalty, but it's through consistent actions that these qualities are truly revealed. Words may impress momentarily, but actions leave a lasting impact. When you act with integrity, you don't need to explain yourself. Your behavior speaks for itself. Reliability is another essential aspect of letting your actions tell your story. If you say you'll do something, follow through. Being dependable shows others that your word has weight and that they can trust you to deliver on your promises. Broken promises, even unintentional ones, create doubt and diminish respect. However, when your actions consistently back up your words, you develop a reputation for being trustworthy. In relationships, reliability builds a sense of security and deepens emotional bonds. Reliability also helps improve a marriage and goes towards growth. Being consistent in your actions is just as important. It's not enough to do the right thing once. True character is demonstrated over time. Consistency shows that your values aren't situational or dependent on convenience. For example, treating others with respect and kindness isn't something you do only when it benefits you. It's a principle you live by, regardless of the circumstances. This steady alignment between your actions and your values demonstrates authenticity, which is a quality that others gravitate toward. It's also crucial to take responsibility for your actions. Nobody is perfect, and mistakes are inevitable. But what sets people apart is how they handle those mistakes. When you take ownership of your actions, admit your errors, and make amends, you show maturity and accountability. Avoiding blame or making excuses only diminishes your credibility. On the other hand, acknowledging your missteps and working to correct them demonstrates strength and humility. Taking responsibility lets others know that you value honesty and are committed to growth. One of the most powerful ways to let your actions speak is by practicing empathy and kindness. Small acts of compassion, offering a listening ear, helping someone in need, or showing patience convey volumes about your character. These actions don't require elaborate explanations. They simply show that you care. When you consistently demonstrate empathy, you create a ripple effect, inspiring others to do the same. Over time, these small, consistent acts of kindness build a legacy of respect and admiration. Leading by example is another way to let your actions convey the truth of who you are. Whether at work, in your family, or among friends, people take notice of how you conduct yourself. If you want others to be honest, respectful, and hardworking, you must embody those qualities yourself. Telling others what to do carries little weight compared to showing them through your own behavior. When you lead with actions, you inspire others to rise to the same standard. In relationships, actions hold even greater significance. Women, for instance, are more likely to value what you do over what you say. It's easy to tell someone you care, but showing it through your behavior, being attentive, supportive, and present, demonstrates the depth of your feelings far more effectively. Actions reveal commitment, reliability, and emotional investment, all of which are critical in building trust and connection. Patience and consistency in your actions are also essential for earning respect and admiration over time. People don't form opinions based on one or two interactions. They watch how you behave consistently. It's through repeated acts of integrity, kindness, and dependability that you solidify your reputation. When others see that your actions align with your words and values over the long term, they know they can count on you, and their respect for you grows. Lastly, letting your actions speak the truth allows you to rise above unnecessary conflict and negativity. In situations where others may criticize or doubt you, words are often insufficient to change perceptions. But when you consistently act in a way that aligns with your values and principles, your actions become undeniable evidence of your character. Over time, they will speak louder than any defense you could offer. Ultimately, actions are the clearest reflection of who you are. They don't just communicate your intentions, they define your legacy. By focusing on integrity, consistency, and responsibility, you let your actions do the talking. You create a life that inspires trust, admiration, and respect from those around you. Words may fade, but actions leave an indelible mark. When your actions align with the truth, you don't need to convince anyone of your character. They'll see it for themselves.